Have you ever wondered if Allah is truly pleased with you? In moments of silence, after your prayers, or during your struggles, that question can quietly echo in your heart. We all long for reassurance that our efforts are seen and accepted. The beautiful truth is that Allah leaves signs in your life. Signs of love, signs of guidance, signs of care. If you pay close attention, you may realize He has been drawing you closer all along. A powerful sign that Allah is pleased with you is when your heart feels a deep pull toward prayer, even when you are tired, distracted, or overwhelmed by life. You may not always understand why, but something inside you longs to stand before Him. This longing is not random. It is a gift. Many people hear the call to prayer, yet feel nothing. When your soul responds, it shows that Allah has placed light within your heart. Another part of this sign is what happens after you slip. Instead of feeling comfortable in disobedience, you feel unsettled. Your chest tightens, your thoughts become heavy, and you cannot find peace until you turn back to Allah. That discomfort is mercy. It is a reminder that your heart is still alive and connected to its Creator. You may notice that even after making mistakes, Allah allows you opportunities to pray, to make dua, and to seek forgiveness. He does not shut the door on you. This repeated invitation to return is itself a sign of divine care. When a servant is abandoned, repentance becomes distant, and the desire to pray fades away. If you constantly find yourself guided back to the prayer mat, understand that Allah is choosing you again and again. That quiet return is not weakness. It is a sign of His pleasure and nearness to you. Another sign that Allah is pleased with you is when He protects you from harm you never even realized was near. Sometimes you feel disappointed when a plan fails, a proposal is rejected, or an opportunity suddenly disappears. You may question why things did not work out the way you hoped. Yet later, with time and clarity, you begin to see the wisdom behind what was taken away. There are dangers we cannot see, consequences we cannot predict, and people whose intentions are hidden from us. Allah, in His perfect knowledge, removes certain paths from your life before they can damage your faith, your character, or your future. What feels like loss may actually be rescue. What seems like delay may actually be protection. You might notice that certain environments never fully accept you, or that something within you feels uneasy about a decision. That inner hesitation can be a subtle form of guidance. When Allah cares for a servant, He does not allow them to walk comfortably into destruction. He places barriers, creates distance, and redirects their journey. Protection is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet. A missed flight, a changed friendship, a sudden shift in plans. You only see the closed door, but Allah sees the storm behind it. When your life is steered away from harm in ways you later understand, recognize that this safeguarding is a sign of His watchful mercy over you. A third sign that Allah is pleased with you is the presence of sincere remorse after committing a wrong. When a person's heart is spiritually awake, it cannot remain comfortable in disobedience. Even if no one else knows about the mistake, the conscience feels restless. That inner disturbance is not meant to break you. It is meant to bring you back to what is right. True regret goes beyond fear of consequences. It is a quiet sadness for having fallen short in front of the One who has given you everything. You begin to reflect on your actions, your words, and even your intentions. You wish you could undo what happened, and you feel a genuine desire to improve. This self-accountability is a gift, because many people justify their wrongs and feel no need to change. When Allah wants good for a servant, He opens their eyes to their own flaws. Instead of exposing them publicly, He allows them to recognize their shortcomings privately. That realization softens the heart and increases humility. It teaches you to rely more on His mercy and less on your own strength. Remorse that leads to repentance transforms a mistake into a step forward. It cleanses the heart and strengthens character. If you find yourself turning inward, correcting yourself, and striving to do better after an error, know that this sensitivity is a sign that Allah is nurturing your soul and guiding you toward sincerity. A fourth sign that Allah is pleased with you is when good deeds begin to feel natural and beloved to your heart. Acts of kindness no longer feel heavy or forced. You find yourself wanting to help someone in need, to speak gently instead of harshly, or to give from what you love without feeling deprived. This ease is not simply discipline, it is a sign of inner alignment with what pleases Allah. When a person struggles to do good, every righteous action feels like a burden. But when Allah places barakah in your efforts, even small deeds carry sweetness. You may notice that you look for opportunities to serve others, to maintain family ties, or to overlook the faults of people. Instead of reacting with anger, you pause. Instead of holding grudges, you lean toward forgiveness. This change does not happen overnight. It grows quietly within the heart. You begin to value sincerity over recognition and impact over praise. Your motivation shifts from seeking validation to seeking acceptance from Allah alone. That transformation is powerful because it reshapes your priorities and character. When goodness flows from you with consistency and ease, it reflects a heart that is being guided and supported. The ability to perform righteous actions regularly without feeling resentful or exhausted by them is a sign that Allah is opening doors of obedience and drawing you closer through the beauty of consistent good character. A fifth sign that Allah is pleased with you is that during hardship, your trust in Him deepens instead of disappearing. Tests are a part of every believer's journey. Loss, uncertainty, illness, or disappointment can shake a person to the core. Yet when your first instinct is to turn toward Allah rather than away from Him, it reveals a strong and growing connection. You may still feel pain, confusion, or even fear. Faith does not remove human emotion, but beneath those feelings, there is a quiet certainty that Allah is in control. You remind yourself that nothing happens without purpose. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" That shift in perspective transforms suffering into spiritual growth. Hardship also exposes what truly fills the heart. If comfort is taken away, and you still hold on to prayer, patience, and gratitude, it shows that your relationship with Allah is not based only on ease. You learn to rely on Him more deeply, to seek strength through remembrance, and to find peace in surrender. When trials increase your humility, your resilience, and your dependence on Allah, they become a means of elevation rather than punishment. A heart that remains anchored in trust during storms is a heart being shaped with care. This steady reliance, even when answers are unclear, is a profound sign that Allah is nurturing your faith and raising your rank through every challenge. As you reflect on these signs, remember that Allah's mercy is always greater than your shortcomings. Keep striving, keep trusting, and never lose hope in His love. If this reminder touched your heart, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe to Interior Deen for more uplifting reminders. May Allah keep our hearts firm on His path and make us among those He is pleased with. Comment, Ya Allah, be pleased with me.